Hi, everyone. Welcome to this exciting special event. I'm Joe Lamond, President and CEO of NAMM, the National Association of Music Merchants, and it is with great pride that we present for your enjoyment the First Performance National Day of Celebration. As this event's title says, it's truly a celebration of these young musicians' first performance. The stars of today's show have chosen to play a musical instrument for a number of reasons, but many times it's because it just looked like fun. And it is. NAMM is pleased to be part of the First Performance National Day of Celebration. As the association representing the international music products industry, all of us are here to support the work of the Music Achievement Council, a 501c6 nonprofit organization which believes in the importance and value of music education in our schools. The journey is just beginning for these young musicians who will not only have an experience that will lead to a path of enjoyable lifelong music making, but along the way will also accumulate so many great memories that will last a lifetime. To the family and friends of the students about to perform, I share your enthusiasm for their first performance concert, and I'm personally proud to congratulate your school's music education program for providing such a momentous event. It's also important to recognize the leaders in your school for ensuring that your child has had this opportunity by keeping music alive and well in your school and in your community. As a result, these students will be able to take advantage of the many benefits that will come along inherently as a direct result of their active music making. And finally, of course, we want to acknowledge and congratulate the wonderful directors whose hard work and dedication will lead to many life-changing experiences on the path to each student's musical growth. So let's get started, shall we? And to do that, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Marcia Neal, who will be serving as the MC for this year's First Performance Concert.
Thank you, Mr. Lamond, and welcome to all who are joining us for this very special performance. It doesn't matter if you are a mom, a dad, a brother, a sister, a grandma, a grandpa, aunt, uncle, friend, or neighbor. One thing is for certain, you are in for a very special treat. This performance by an up-and-coming, talented young musician is something you will remember for many years to come. All of us from the Music Achievement Council, as well as your school and school band director, are thrilled to present young musicians from around the world in this First Performance National Day of Celebration, a day that has been designated for recognizing the achievements of beginning music students. We know that you are going to enjoy listening to the great progress that has been made since these artists first picked up their instrument. And now, it gives me great pleasure to kick off our event by introducing our conductor, Dr. Charlie Mangini, who is President Emeritus of Vanderbilt College of Music in Chicago and a nationally known music educator and conductor. Dr. Mangini.
Thanks, Marcia. We know that not every child is fortunate enough to have the opportunity to play a musical instrument through an in-school music program. But the fact that these young musicians are joining us for this special performance means that their school values music education and understands that programs like these, in addition to teaching the art of music, also teach the skills needed for students to succeed throughout their entire school career and throughout their entire life. Playing an instrument takes physical coordination and mental concentration. It teaches young people to work together for a common goal. And above all, it is fun. Playing in band with your friends is fun. And it also takes a little regular practice at home. So any support you can offer them will make all the difference in the world. Now I'm going to go get ready to start conducting, and I'm going to send this back to Marcia Neal so she can introduce our first selection.
After these students joined the band and received their instrument, they began their music study with their professional band teacher. The first thing they learned was to assemble the instrument. Then it was time to make their very first sound. Starting on line 1 of their band book, their teacher showed them the proper way to hold the instrument and to form their embouchure or hold their sticks, and instructed them to play their very first sound. This sound was a long tone sound, as it is important for musicians to always play with a good musical sound. Dr. Mangini, please begin the performance.
Okay, students, let's make sure we're sitting up properly in our chairs and holding our instruments and sticks correctly. We'll breathe together, and I want you to play your first sound and hold it for as long as you can make a good tone. Remember, the key here is to make a really good sound.
Ready and play. Again and play.
Wow, that was great. And imagine, that was their very first sound. Well, with continued study, these students also learned about music notation and also about the importance of rhythm in music. Soon they were counting and playing and building up their skill and endurance. Now they're able to play with other musicians in the class and are on their way to beginning their experience as a member of the school band. Let's listen to what playing with good tone and rhythm sounds like.
We're going to play the half counts, and this is a very popular line in the book as it uses the first 5 notes they have learned. It introduces playing in rhythm, and it uses quarter notes, half notes, and rests. This is a pretty advanced piece of music, but I know they are going to do a great job.
Super job, musicians. Yes, the progress these young musicians make is really amazing. Their band directors work hard to plan instruction and to keep the students challenged while making band a lot of fun. And one of the most fun things to play in band are marches. And right now, our performance will feature the first march these students get to perform, called March Steps. Dr. Mangini.
Okay, let's remember good posture and hand position as we play March Steps.
Great job. You know, band teaches children more than just playing an instrument. It teaches students about music. We have already talked a little bit about the importance of tone and rhythm, or the technical aspects of learning about how music is composed. We call that music theory. We also teach students about music history and the many great composers from around the world who have helped make music so enjoyable. As these students continued to rehearse, they soon were playing some real music. One of their first pieces they got to play is a famous song that is associated with the composer Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. We call it a Mozart melody, but I'm sure you'll know it by another more popular name. Let's see if you can name this piece that we will perform next. Dr. Mangini, let's hear a Mozart melody.
All right, let's play a Mozart melody. Everybody ready?
Well, how did you do? Did you recognize that melody? If you said Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, you are correct. Although the piece is a French folk song that was originally written in the 1760s, Mozart used this song in a set of 12 variations he wrote when he was only about 25 years old. That's why we call it a Mozart melody. As you can already imagine, playing this is certainly more interesting than the first note or a short rhythmic exercise. Once we begin to play some real music, we also get to play more and more songs. And every once in a while, teachers select a piece of music the students really love to play. And when they are in band class, they always ask if they get to play their favorite piece of music. So this concert would not be complete if we did not play it for you. Correct, Dr. McGeady?
Right, Mrs. Neal. Yes, this is a real favorite of our young musicians, and it also introduces them to a form of music called the blues. But it's not really the blues. It's more like a little rock and roll played in a blues style. But I think if I keep trying to explain it, I'm going to probably confuse you more than I already have. So, let's play our favorite piece for the audience. Let's play Hard Rock Blues.
That was awesome. Great job, band members. Wow, terrific. Well, as you can tell, these young musicians have come a long way since that first note, and each student has worked very hard to prepare this first performance concert for you in such a short time. Working with young students and watching and hearing them grow and develop in their musical study is one of the most rewarding things a teacher can experience. And as a parent, a family member, or a friend, I hope that you share in the pride of hearing and seeing this growth and development in your child too. This has certainly been an exciting performance for all of us, and we're glad that you were able to help celebrate this important time in their life. And because this performance is virtual, you can have your young musician perform it again for those family members who were unable to join us today. Getting young musicians to perform is so important for their growth and development. And support at home is vital if your son or daughter is going to continue to progress at this quick pace. So please, feel free to visit with your director for ideas on how to support your child's participation in your school band. Now it's time for the grand finale. Ladies and gentlemen, our feature selection for our first performance National Day of Celebration, When the Saints Go Marching In. Dr. Mangini, if you will, please.
Before we play our final selection, let me be the first to congratulate these young musicians for their incredible performance today. Thank you to each and every one of you, and to your parents, families, and friends listening to this performance. Thank you for your support. Music is one of the greatest gifts any child can experience, and for them, the best is yet to come. So keep up the great work. And now, let's end with When the Saints Go Marching In.
ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our first performance National Day of Celebration. But before you turn us off, I think you should join me in giving all of these musicians a great big round of applause for their hard work and their terrific performance. Now, let's give them a big hand. We hope you are as pleased and as gratified as we are with the achievements of these young musicians, and we look forward to their continued musical growth. Please know that none of this would be possible without the support of your local school's Board of Education, your school principal, and your school's band director. You can really help keep music alive and well in your school and community. So please, take a moment to let these leaders know how much you enjoy this performance and how much you appreciate having music as an important part of your school's curriculum. Thank you again for attending and participating in our first performance National Day of Celebration. And on behalf of Dr. Mangini and all of the friends at the Music Achievement Council, this is Marcia Neal saying, keep on playing, kids, because we love that band.